Welcome to Cougar TV.
And please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attention 8th graders. You can begin paying for all your end-of-the-year events. Now pay online through School Cash Online, or see Miss Johnson or Miss Fletcher to make your payments today. There are no exceptions or refunds.
Rapids Water Park brings the thrills. All new right now, cool boogie board action on the new Flow Rider. Rapids, the biggest, coolest, wettest water park in South Florida, with 35 exciting rides, slides, and more on 35 acres of big fun. When your family wants the best day of action-packed fun you'll ever have, it's Rapids Water Park, the Thrill Park. It's spring break and we're open every day. Be one of the first to surf the new Flow Rider. Go for the gold with Rapids' new Gold Season Pass. Huge benefits and value. RapidsWaterPark.com.
Attention students, male students at that. We're about to start our mentoring program. Cougar Lamplighters. We will be meeting Tuesdays after school from 4:15 to 5:45 with myself, Mr. Simmons, and my brother, Dr. Ellington. We will also be meeting sometimes throughout the day, doing classes, doing lunch, and you know how I do. Like ice cream, you like pizza. We're going to eat good, we're going to have a good conversation, and we're going to have some fun. So if you are interested in joining Cougar Lamplighters, please stop by and see Mr. Simmons. Our first meeting after school will be Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. But we will be meeting during school also, during your electives. So if you're interested, stop by, holler at me, fill out a form. But we want you to be a part of our mentoring program. Mr. Simmons and Dr. Ellington, we're going to have some fun.
Hello guys, and this is the link for the Black History Month form. It will appear right here. So it will appear, okay, and just click on it, take the form, it'll be easy.
Marcus Garvey was an orator for the Black nationalism and Pan-African movement, and although at times controversial, he is considered a national hero in Jamaica and inspired the Rastafarian movement. Redemption Song is a song by Jamaican singer Bob Marley, and is considered one of Marley's greatest works. Some key lyrics were derived from a speech given by the Pan-African orator Marcus Garvey, titled "The Work That Has Been Done." Good lines: emancipate yourself from your mental slavery, because none but ourselves can free our minds.
Marcus Garvey wanted to return African Americans to Africa to create a vibrant Black nation, empowered through economic independence. Although some of his goals were controversial, his crusade would inspire leaders from Malcolm X to Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela.
Garvey was certainly a controversial figure, but the concepts that we now think of as Black nationalism and Black pride started with Garvey's pronouncements.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey was born in St. Ann's Bay, Jamaica, on August 17, 1887. Beginning as a printer's apprentice at 14, Garvey became a union organizer and later worked various jobs across Central America.
Marcus Garvey found wherever he went, Black people of African heritage in particular were always on the lower stratification end of society. This had a profound impact on him. Particularly, his concern was for the uplift of African people globally.
In 1912, Garvey sailed to London, England, and took night courses at Birkbeck College. After working for a Pan-African newspaper, Garvey returned to Jamaica in 1914 and formed the United Negro Improvement Association, or UNIA.
The UNIA was about Black self-determination. It was about galvanizing the ideas of Black repatriation to the motherland, the continent of Africa. And it was extremely important in terms of getting Black people to understand self-pride, pride in one's race.
Inspired by Booker T. Washington to raise funds and start his own school, Garvey came to the United States in 1916 and in 1918 began publishing the Negro World newspaper.
Garvey was extremely outspoken. He was, some people would say, almost bombastic. He wanted to take over Africa and had elected himself as president of Africa without consulting the Africans, unfortunately.
Determined to achieve economic independence for African Americans, Garvey launched the Negroes Factories Association in 1919 and a shipping company called the Black Star Line, which he planned to use to transport passengers back to Africa.
Garvey was a great organizer, but unfortunately not a great businessman. During the time that Garvey and the UNIA were trying to launch the Black Star Line, they solicited funds from investors for stock options through the mail. And this resulted later on in allegations of mail fraud, and Garvey was convicted and sent to prison.
After serving 5 years in prison, Garvey was deported. He eventually moved to London, and in 1938, he supported the Greater Liberia Act, created by known white supremacist, Senator Theodore Bilbo from Mississippi.
Marcus Garvey's association with Senator Bilbo is related more on a practical level rather than an intellectual like for each other. Marcus Garvey's attempt to help Africans in America leave and go to Africa fell in line with some aspects of KKK philosophy.
Garvey died in London on June 10, 1940. He was reinterred in Jamaica in 1964 and is hailed as Jamaica's first national hero and the prophet of the Rastafarian religion.
Although Garvey was a flawed leader, he's someone who is really important to the history of the Black radical tradition. He was probably one of the strongest voices of Black nationalism in history.
There's no end to this music, bro. This music you go and put it up in your house, a placard, as one of the vehicles that help to free the people from this chain and bondage of oppression.
Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation, triumphantly. Won't you have to sing another song of freedom? our slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs.
Hello guys, and this is the link for the Black History Month form. It will appear right here. So it will appear, okay, and just click on it, take the form, it'll be easy.
Wonder.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.